Hello, welcome to La Conexión, The Connection, a television show that seeks to connect the Hispanic community to programs and services that are in support of them. The first 5 years of a child's life are fundamentally important. They are the years that shapes a child's growth, development, and learning achievement at school. I have here with us Harriet Dichter, who's going to tell us all about Delaware's Office of Early Learning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. This is a wonderful segment. As we were talking earlier, we both have children, so I'm very excited to learn all about this. Can you tell us what is the charge of the Delaware's Office of Early Learning?
Sure. So Governor Markell created our office in 2012, and the mission of our office is to work with partners all around the state at the community level and with state agencies to try to make sure that we're doing everything we can to offer our families the best quality early learning opportunities for their children. And you, of course, already said why we care so much about this, and that is really because we know so much about the science of early childhood development, how important these early years are. We know what a big economic impact we get from offering quality early learning programs, and we know about what a great start we're giving our kids in terms of their ability to be successful in kindergarten and beyond from our early learning programs.
And what progress has Delaware seen since the inception of this program?
Right. So we've been busy working with lots and lots of partners all around the state. And I think at this point we're pretty excited about the progress that people have been making in terms of our early childhood programs. For quality early childhood, our big program is called Delaware Stars. And this is a program where our early childhood programs join in and they commit to quality and to quality improvement. It's a voluntary program. And so today, starting with our program really started in its current phase in 2012, and we have almost 80% of our early childhood centers participating in this program in the state. In our family child care homes, we have about 20% of them now participating. These numbers are really big. This makes us a national leader in having a way to help programs improve quality, serve their families better, and getting people very excited about their participation.
Now, what exactly is Delaware Stars and how does it work?
So that's a really great question because we're really still early in Delaware Stars, so not everybody knows about this program. So Delaware Stars is really a way for our early childhood programs to commit to quality for the children and families they're serving. And the program allows programs to earn up to 5 stars. So the stars, each one stands for stars. The most number of stars a program can earn is 5. We start with starting with stars and then you move your way up the pathway. So what are the big areas that our programs are working on? First, when they join, they're making a statement that they're committed to quality and they want to show that to our families and to the community. As they continue to earn stars, they're really focusing on quality teaching and interactions with children. They're focusing on setting up a really great learning environment. They're focusing on their partnerships with the families and the broader community. They're focusing on quality leadership and administration of their program. So all around, there are different areas that we're working with them in STARS, and they're making a commitment in each of these areas to really be the very best that they can be for their children, for their families, and for the staff that they have working in these programs.
And how many organizations are participating in this Delaware Stars program?
Right.
And also, with the participation, what are some of the benefits that these organizations have already seen?
Yeah, so we have lots and lots of organizations who are partners with us in STARS. It is a really big community effort. So early childhood programs make a decision to join in. And as I said, right now for our early childhood centers, where the most of our young children are in the state, almost 80% of the centers raised their hand and said, I want to be participating in this program, which is really phenomenal. Now, the program doesn't just set standards. Each of those stars that their programs are earning indicate where they are in moving up the STARS ladders. But we try to provide a lot of support to the programs to make it worth their while to join in. And so the supports that the programs get both include financial incentives, so that if programs are enrolling our low-income children, those kids most at risk in the state of Delaware, and those children are participating in our Purchase of Care program, we actually pay the programs more as they earn more stars. So a STARS 5 program will be receiving more resources from us. So that's really, really important. But in addition to having the high standards and the more money, there are other resources that the programs need to be successful in working with children and in working with the families. So we have a number of organizations that are out there providing technical assistance so that the programs have a game plan for being able to improve. So there are a lot of players. The last time we counted in our office how many partners our office had all around the state to be supporting all of these efforts, because besides early learning, we have quality health that we're interested in, we have connections to K-12 education, we have building up the leadership for all of us as advocates for young children in the state, but we have nearly 200 partners all around the state who are involved in these efforts, in addition to these hundreds and hundreds of early learning programs and child care programs that have signed up and are participating in Delaware STARS.
And Delaware STARS, in addition with the office, Delaware's Office of Early Learning, you are reaching out to dual language learners. The Latin American Community Center, for those who are unaware, actually is a participant of this program. But can you speak about how the organization is really reaching out to dual language learners?
Well, this is really, our goal is to serve the diversity of our families here in Delaware. We really want to make sure that we have welcoming opportunities for all of our children and all of our families, and that we're really paying attention to the richness and the diversity and the culture of all of our communities. So we've really tried within the program to have standards and expectations and enough support out there to really be able to do that in a meaningful way. We're really proud of our partnership and the participation of the Latin American Community Center in Delaware STARS, and I do have to say that they've earned the privilege of being a Star 5 program. That's been a long road for them. It's been a hard road for them, but they've gotten themselves there, and so they're really an exemplary program for our families to be able to take a look at, and for other people in the community to really see as a beacon for what this is all about in terms of honoring the potential of our young children and the way that we as adults, in our roles as family members and our role as teachers and leaders in the early childhood programs, can really work successfully with everyone.
And why is developmental screening so important, especially for first-time parents?
Yes, it is. So I'm really glad that you raised that topic. So as I said, one of the things that we're really interested in is making sure that all of our young children in Delaware have developmental screening. And we do that both as part of our partnership with healthcare providers and also as our partnership with the early learning programs. So developmental screening is pretty straightforward. In early childhood, what this really means is that our programs are getting information from family members about their children and where kids are in meeting certain developmental milestones. And so we're really just looking at a high level to see, are things heading in the right direction, or is there a red flag? If there is a red flag, then we really want to make sure that our families can get connected to physicians and other people who do deeper level of assessment, so that if there is a deeper need a child has, it is better to catch that early. And we talked about that right at the beginning. These early learning years, they are the formative years for our kids. And so this is where we want to be offering them the very best, making sure we're paying the most attention to them and their needs. And developmental screening is really part of what that's all about.
And Harriet, before we leave, can you tell us how one can get involved, the organization, with this program, or get in contact with your office?
Yes, that would be great. So we have a great website that we built for families in the community. We were really concerned that our families would have a hard time finding information. And so our website is called Great Starts Delaware. It's at www.greatstartsdelaware.com. And families can go to that and get all kinds of information, basically not only about Delaware STARS, but how they can be brain builders with their children and do lots of fun activities with the kids that are fun for families and stimulate their children. And then if providers who aren't involved with STARS, they can go to that website. They'll get linked up another one, because we have special things just for our providers as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Harriet, for your time.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure to have you on La Conexión. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. We'll return after these short messages.